Hi friends, welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome if you are new. I'm Cheryl. This is Table Full of Joy. And friends, I'm finally doing a recipe that my husband has been begging me to do for quite a while. His family is from the South, they're from Alabama, and fried green tomatoes is something that was big in their household. So I'm gonna make him some fried green tomatoes tonight with some pork chops and some roasted potatoes, and that's gonna be dinner. So friends, we need to get these on a paper towel with some salt so that they can draw out the moisture, so that we don't end up with a gummy batter when we go ahead and batter up our tomatoes. So let's get these made. I've just got a knife and I'm gonna go ahead and trim off this end. We don't need that. We want these about 3/8 of an inch thick. This is the first time I have ever made fried green tomatoes. So we are doing this together, friends. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but we're gonna find out together. I'm excited to try something new. As I said, he's been begging me to make this for quite a while. We watch a couple of YouTube channels that they do fried green tomatoes quite often. And so he's been really wanting me to make some fried green tomatoes. So I went out to the farm last week to get a couple of things, and they had some beautiful, what they called frying tomatoes, and so I grabbed them. So I've got my cookie sheet right here. We're gonna put down a layer of paper towel on here, and we're gonna go ahead and set our tomatoes on here, because we need to let these sit for 30 minutes before we try to batter them. I need to put salt on them. Just going to use my Redmond's real salt. And we're just going to set these aside for 30 minutes while they draw out all the moisture. We're going to get part of our dinner going. We've got our tomatoes. Those are sitting over there with some salt on a paper towel, getting the liquid out of them. We're going to get our potatoes. We're just going to do some roasted little Yukon Gold potatoes with some pork chops. Our pork chops are super thin, so they're not going to take very long in the oven. So I'm going to get the potatoes started. And once I get the potatoes started, then we can make our remoulade for our tomatoes, and we can start our dredging station, getting that put together, getting those tomatoes ready to fry. So I'm just going to cut these into some decent sized pieces. I don't want them super small. And I'm going to put them on this cookie sheet that I've got with some foil, because I don't want to have to wash the dish tonight. I just finished a huge cooking day today, and so stay tuned for that video. That should be coming out. You'll probably see that video after this one, so be looking for that one. We just did a whole bunch of stuff for fall prep, a whole bunch of things for our freezer, and so I'm excited about all of that. Hubby's very excited when he came home and saw all the things that we got done. Almost as excited as he was about the fried green tomatoes. So I'm gonna go ahead and spread these out and let these roast, because as I said, our pork chops are not gonna take very long at all. And I'm gonna season these really simply tonight. I'm gonna use this Buttery Steakhouse blend. This is one of my favorite Kinder seasonings. I've been out of it for a while. Costco finally had it back, so we're just going to put a little bit of olive oil on our potatoes and this Buttery Steakhouse blend, and we're going to get these in the oven. And while our potatoes are roasting, we are going to start getting our dredging station ready to go for our tomatoes. We have 3 parts for the dredging station for the tomatoes, so we need to get all of that stuff mixed up and ready to go. But I want to make sure that these potatoes all have good seasoning on them. In our first container, we're going to do roughly 3/4 of a cup of all-purpose flour. We're going to do some salt, some fresh cracked black pepper, some onion powder, some garlic powder. And some paprika. We're just going to use our fingers and just kind of blend this all together. All right, that's the first dredging station. Second dredging station, we need some buttermilk. Always shake your buttermilk because it can be separated. I think that looks like a good amount. Some hot sauce and an egg white. Let's give this a little bit of a mix. Splashing it all over the place. And the directions say that you can bread these just a little bit early and let them sit because that kind of helps the breading get a little bit tacky. So we're going to put in our panko. And some cornmeal. All right, just gonna use my fingers and just kind of toss that around. All right, got our dredging station here. I'm gonna grab our tomatoes. So I am gonna just put them right back on this pan once I get them dredged. So we're gonna start with our flour. Make sure you get them nice and coated all the way around. Now we're gonna go into our buttermilk mixture and then right into our panko. And this is where you wanna keep one hand dry and one hand wet. Just like that. And we're going to set these aside. And we're just going to keep dredging our tomatoes. remoulade made. Eyeballing everything. It calls for Cajun seasoning. I thought I had Cajun seasoning and I don't. So we're just going to put in a little bit of cayenne pepper and I think we'll be fine. So you want about a cup of mayonnaise. I think this remoulade is going to be delicious on not just our tomatoes, but I think it's going to be delicious on everything. I think that's a good amount right there. All right, we need a little bit of We'll put a little cayenne in. As I said, I don't have any Cajun seasoning. I'm gonna put in a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of parsley. I've got some, well, just a little bit of dried parsley. Need some paprika. We need some spicy brown mustard. It calls for pickle juice. I used all my pickles for something else. I'm gonna put just a tiny bit of pepperoni juice in it. I think that'll be just fine. We need a little bit of hot sauce, a little bit of lemon juice, and last but not least, a little bit of horseradish. All right, let's just give this a quick little mix. We're gonna very simply season our pork chops. And just like that, there's our remoulade. All right, so I got some oil going here. I just dropped a little piece of panko in here. I wanted to see how it was gonna fry. I think we're good there, so we're gonna go ahead and drop these in. I'm not gonna overcrowd my pan. Let those fry for about 3 or 4 minutes on each side. And we got some nice golden brown color on one side. We're gonna flip them. All right, friends, look at these beautiful fried green tomatoes. Hubby's gonna be super happy. Nice spicy remoulade to go with these. We've got our potatoes. We just did a simple roasted Yukon Gold potato. Pork chops are super simple because that remoulade is going to have so much flavor that I didn't want anything to compete with that. This is our first time having that remoulade, having these tomatoes, so I wanted everything else to be nice and kind of not really bland, but just not overpowering in flavor. So let's get our pork chops served up. All right, there's our pork chops, our roasted Yukon Gold potatoes, and our delicious looking fried green tomatoes. Friends, thank you guys so much for joining me in my kitchen as we made a really quick dinner. This actually didn't take that much time. It was super easy. The most amount of time was for the tomatoes because it was a recipe I had not made before. So it was something completely new to me, but I was excited to get to try this and treat my hubby to some fried green tomatoes. As I said, we watch several channels that make these quite frequently, and we've just watched them periodically and always thought that would be something we'd like to try. So anyway, friends, if you have not yet, please hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you a part of our YouTube family. Hit that notification bell so you're notified every time we upload a video. Give this video a like because that thumbs up really helps me. YouTube loves to see that. I love to see that. Leave me some comments if you guys have had fried green tomatoes. What's your favorite way to eat them? Do you have a recipe that you love? This is my first time making them. I found this recipe. It's got a 5-star rating on this, so I'm hoping it's going to be tasty. The remoulade, everybody said, was really good. So I'm excited to try both of those. But if you got your favorite, let me know in the comments what that is. Let me know if you guys even like fried green tomatoes. And friends, we will talk to you guys in the comments. Have a great day and God bless.